No.
Okay, so no more additions or corrections to the PSI. I don't know if there's any response from either Ms. Townsend or Ms. Newbauer regarding the, I guess, items raised by the defense.
No, Your Honor.
Nothing from the PSI, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, if you're, anything Mr. Burrell would like to share?
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing well, thank you, sir.
I just want to come to you. I want to thank you for even considering allowing me to stay out in the community and work and actually be a productive member of the community, you know what I mean, while this appeal is pending. In the PSI I was reading, today was the first day that I ever that I actually read the PSI, so that's why me and Applebaum, me and Paul was going back and forth as far as my understanding of it, because a lot of this stuff, like when I spoke to her, she was actually kind when I spoke to her, and she had asked me about my experiences as a child, and I explained to her that the majority of my childhood was spent in prison, and that I had spent actually the majority of my life in prison prior to the crime that I'm in front of you for today. And so in that time, a lot of things took place, a lot of traumatic experiences, you know what I mean? And even going over them with her, it was like having to relive those times and go back into those spaces mentally. And some of it was traumatic and some of it was painful. So the way that I might have conveyed those stories to her, it might have seemed as it reads on this paper, but I was actually trying to explain my life experience in a short period of time. And with that, I just want you to know, I mean, because it didn't really say too much about my desire to do positive, to do good in life, and not just for me, but as a member of my community, for my family, for my loved ones, you know what I mean, for everybody that's around me. Like, I actually want to take my life experience and make it to where somebody else could benefit from it. Not to minimize what I'm in front of you for today. Like, I understand, I understand that it's a severe crime that I'm in front of you for, and it could be imposed 60-month sentence for me to go to prison. But I'm asking you to take it and consider it in your heart, you know what I mean, to allow me to stay home while I actually pursue this appeal and actually be a productive member of my community. Like, coming home after doing all that time, it wasn't easy, like, especially without a map on how to reintegrate back into society. And there's a lot of bumps in the road, and I take responsibility, you know what I mean, for every bump that I cause myself. But right now, I'm in a great space. Like, I've actually been striving and doing everything in my power to do what's right. And I'm in a good space. Like, I got 3 jobs that I'm working right now. And, I got mentees, I got at-risk youth that I actually identify with, that I'm actually mentoring and try to help to make sure that they don't make the same mistakes that I made in life, or actually have to go through the same life experiences that I had to go through. I've been working at the Legal Revolution, you know what I mean, helping, trying to actually, you know what I'm saying, to get people on track of getting their records expunged. People who might have went through things a long time ago, you know what I mean, and right now with the Clean Slate Act, they're eligible to be able to have those reliefs, you know what I mean, and, as well as working at Tone Up. You know, I was working at Tone Up, lobbying, organizing, doing phone banking for the Back to the Ballot initiative and enabling more than 55,000 Minnesotans the opportunity to go out and cast a vote that previously didn't have an opportunity to do so because they had a felony on their record. And so with me, I'm trying, you know what I mean. I'm not a perfect man, I'm not a perfect human being, but I'm actually trying. And I believe that I can be a productive member of society and an asset to my community. So I'm asking you to take it in your heart to consider, to allow me to stay home and actually do right. And if you do right, and if you do that, like, you'll never see me in front of you in court again, you know what I mean, unless I'm doing something positive in a courtroom trying to, you know what I mean, get us to a different space. But like I said, like, I'm not trying to minimize anything that she wrote down or try to, you know what I mean, assassinate her character, say that she said anything inaccurate in the pre-sentence investigation. It's just the first time that I've read it. And I know that when I was speaking to her, what state of mind, and even having to explain those things of my childhood, like where it took me, and it took me to a place where, you know, I was actually that kid. So, like, you know, I didn't want to take nothing away from her either. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you giving me an opportunity to speak.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anything else you wish to share?
That'd be it.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Mr. Applemont, anything further?
That says it all, Your Honor.
Anything further from the state?
Anything beyond comments and the application
Right, we can turn to that in a
or
moment.
release. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Burrell. Your sincerity comes through, and I appreciate that, and appreciate your statements.